Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this doily. It's not difficult to make, it's very beautiful as you can see. Hope that you manage to make it. We start by making 8 chains. So make 8 chains, then go to the first one here and finish, close it with a slip stitch like that. Now we start with 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. So these 3 chains, these serve as a treble. A treble is a double crochet in American. A treble is in English. So this is the first one. This serves as a treble, as I told you. And we have to make 23. We have to make 23 more trebles. And with the chains, those are 24. So continue making 23 trebles, and with the chains you should have 24. Continue like that. So the 24 are ready, as you can see. You go in the first chain here and you finish with a slip stitch. Now we're going to work on this one, on the first one. We make 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. These three chains serve as a treble as always. And in the same place we're going to make another 2 trebles. 1 and 2. Now 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and another 3 trebles in the same place. This is going to be the corner, one corner. Another 3 in the same place. 1, 2, and 3. Now we make 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. We skip 2 trebles, 1 and 2. We go in the third one and we make a treble. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We skip another 2 treble, 1, 2. We go in the third one and we're going to make another corner. So to make another corner, we're going to make 3 like we did the other one. First we make 3, always working in the same place. 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And another 3 trebles in the same place. 1, 2, and 3. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We skip 2 trebles, 1, 2. We go in the third one and we make a treble. And you continue all the row like that. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. You skip 2 and then you make another corner. Then another 3 chains, you skip 2, a treble. 3 chains, you skip 2 and you make another corner until you have 4 corners, and you continue all around like that. So as you can see, this row is ready. I finished with a slip stitch here in the first one. Now we have to start from here. So we go with a slip stitch until we arrive here. So 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, 2 trebles, 1 and 2, and another 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and another 3 trebles in the same place. 1, 2, and 3. Now 3 chains, 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go in the first space, we make a treble. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. We go in the next space here, and we make another treble. Another 3, 1, 2, and 3. And here in the corner, we're going to make like we did here. 3 trebles, 1, 2, and 3. 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And another 3 trebles here. 1, 2, and 3. And here we continue like we did here. You make 3 chains, a treble here, 3 chains, another treble here, another 3 chains, and here we make another corner like this one. And you continue all the row like that. As you can see, this row is ready too. Now, like this row, you have to make another 3 rows. Here in the corners, you're going to make 5 chains and 3, like we did here. And here always 3 chains. In the space, you make a treble. Another 3 chains, another treble here, another 3 chains, treble here, 3 chains. Then here in the corner, you're going to make 3 trebles, 5 chains, and 3 trebles. And again, 3 chains, treble here, 3 chains, treble, like this row. The only thing that you have to make 1 in each space you have. So, like this row that we did here, you have to make another 3 rows. You have to make another 3 rows. So, with this one, 1, 2, and another 3 rows. You have to have 5 with these. 1, 2, and another 3 rows. So, now the rows are ready, as you can see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. This is the corners. These are the corners over here. I finished here with a slip stitch. And the last stitch over here with a slip stitch. Then I made a slip stitch until I arrived here, in here. And here we have to start with 3 chains. This, as always, will serve as a treble. And we have to make another 11 trebles here. In the space, we have to make 11 trebles. And with the chains, those are 12. So continue making 11 trebles, and with the chains here you have to have 12. Then I tell you how to continue. So the 12 are ready here. Now we make a chain. Now we go in the last one here of these 3. We go in the last one. We make a treble, and we leave the last stitch on the hook like that. Then we go in the first space here. We make another treble, and then we slip them together, like that. And you continue like we did before. You make 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and a treble here. You continue like this, making 3 chains and a treble until you arrive in the last one. When you arrive here in the last one, I will tell you what you have to do. So now we arrived here. We made the 3 chains. We have this one left. We made the 3 chains. We go here, we make a treble, we leave it on the hook, the last stitch. We go in the first one here. We make another treble, and then we pull them together. Then we go here, we make a chain, make a chain. Now we go here and we're going to make another 12 treble, just like we did here. You make another 12 trebles here. 12 already too. We arrived here. We're going to work on this one, the last one. First we make a chain. You make a chain. Then go in this one, the last one. You make a treble, you leave the last stitch on the hook. You go in the space and then you slip them together. And you're going to continue like we did here. Then you make 3 trebles and a treble in each one of these until you arrive in the last one. You make a treble, you leave it on the last stitch, then a treble here and you pull them together, a chain and 12 another here. You continue all the row like that. The row is ready too, as you can see. And I finished with a slip stitch, made a chain here and I finished with a slip stitch here. Now we're going to start the next row. We're going to do the same, but this time first you make 4 chains. 4 chains, the first 3 serve as a treble and the other chain is to separate the other trebles. And we make a treble on each treble that we have with a chain to separate them. So we're going to make a treble on each treble here with a chain to separate them on all 12. You make a treble on all 12 with a chain to separate them. The 12 are ready. Now we make a chain and we're going to do the same like we did before. We go on this one where we have these 2 together. We made them together. We make a treble. We leave the last stitch on the hook like that. We go in the first space, we make a treble, and then we slip them together. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. And you do the same, a treble in each space that you have. Then when you arrive here, I tell you what you have to do. So, we arrived in the last one. Here I made the 3 chains. We go in this space, we make a treble, we leave the last stitch on the hook, and we go where we made these 2 together. We make a treble, and then we slip them together. A chain, and you make like we did here. You make 12 trebles on these 12 trebles with a chain to separate them. When you arrive here, you make a chain, a treble here, you leave the last stitch on the hook, a treble here, and then you slip them together, and you continue all the row like that. So this row is ready to finish with a slip stitch over here. Now we start with 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. And here where we made the chain, we're going to do 2 trebles, 1 and 2. So in this space, we're going to do 2 trebles. And we're going to do a treble on the other trebles. The other space, we're going to do 2. 1 and 2. And 1 on the treble of before. 2 trebles in the space. 1 and 2. And the treble on the other treble. You continue making all these 2 trebles in the space and a treble on the treble. 2 trebles in the space, a treble on the other treble. You continue like that. Now these are ready, as you can see. Now we arrived here and we're going to do the same. Here we make a chain. We make a treble here. We leave the last stitch on the hook. We go here in the first space and then we slip them together. And you continue the same, 3 chains. You make a treble here, 3 chains, a treble here. When you arrive here, you make a treble, you leave the last stitch on the hook. You go here, you make a treble, and then you slip them together, a chain. And here you do like we did here. exactly. And you go around, all around. This row is ready too, and I finished with a slip stitch in the last stitch here. Now we're going to start the next row. So we start with 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. These 3 chains serve as a treble. Now we make 4 chains, another 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go in the third stitch from here, 1, 2, 3, in the third stitch, in the third chain from here, and we close it with a slip stitch like this. We make another chain. Now we skip these 2 that we made here in the space. We go in the other one and we make a treble. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 4 you have to make. 4 chains. We go in the third one here and we finish. We close it with a slip stitch. We make another chain. We skip these 2, the 2 that we made in the space, and we go in the other treble. And we make another treble. Again 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go in the third one here and we close it with a slip stitch. Another chain, and again you skip these 2. We go on the other one and we make a treble. And you continue on all of these 12, on all of these that we have, like we did here. You continue making what we did here. So these are ready, as you can see. Now we arrived here. Again we make a chain. We go here. The treble, we leave the last stitch on the hook. We go in the space and then we slip them all together. And you continue as always, 3 chains, a treble here, and you continue like we did here. Here you make a treble, you leave the last stitch, another treble, you leave the last stitch to pull them together, then a chain, and here you do like we did here. You continue the row like that. So this row is ready too, and we finished with a slip stitch in this chain, third chain. Now we start the next row with 3 chains. These serve as a treble. And we're going to make another 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we go on this treble and we make a treble. 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go on the next treble and we make a treble. And you continue on all of them. You make 4 chains and a treble on this one. 4 chains, a treble on that. 4 chains, a treble on all of them. Then I'll show you how to continue. So this is ready, all of them. So now we arrived here. You make a chain. Now you go in this one like we usually do. We leave the last stitch on the hook. We go in the first space. And then we slip them together. Now 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to do the same. This is the last one. You go in this one, you leave the last stitch on the hook, you go on this one, and then you slip them together. You're going to have only one. Then you make a chain, and here you do exactly like we did here, and you continue all around like that, and here you repeat what I did here. So this row is ready too, and we finished with a slip stitch in the third chain. We're going to start the next row. We start with 3 chains. As always, these serve as a treble, and this time 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because we're going to separate with 5 chains. And we make a treble on each treble that we have. 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. and the treble on the treble. So what you have to do is 5 chain and a treble on each one. 5 chains, a treble on this one. 5 chains, all this. Then when we arrive here, I tell you what you have to do. As you can see, these are ready. I made 5 chains and a treble on each treble. Now we arrived here. We have these two that we have. We make a treble and we leave the last stitch on the hook, like that. We go on this one, on the other one, and we do the same. And then we slip them together, like that. We close it like that. And we continue like the others. We make a chain, we make a treble on this one, 5 chains, a treble on this one, 5 chains, treble on this one, and you continue all around like that. So this row is ready too. We finished with a slip stitch here in the first one. We're going to start, this is the last row now, with 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. And another treble in the same place. Now 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go here in the middle, we make a single crochet or double crochet. Another 3, 1, 2, and 3. When we arrive on these, we're going to make, first you make a treble. You leave the last stitch on the hook. You make another one, and then you slip them together. 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. You go here, and you close it with a slip stitch. Another 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. We go in the middle here, we make a single crochet. Another 3, 1, 2, and 3. Again on this one, we make a treble, we leave the last stitch, we make another one, and we slip them together. 3 chains, we go here, and we close it with a slip stitch. Another 3, 1, 2, and 3. We go in the middle here, and we do a single crochet or double crochet. Again, another 3, 1, 2, and 3. We go on this one, we leave the last stitch on the hook, the other one, and we slip them together. Another 3 chains, we go here, and we close them. Another 3 chains, we go here and you do a slip stitch, and you continue all the round like that. You continue all around all these like that. Then when we arrive here, I tell you what you have to do. Now we made these. This is the last one we made from this group. We arrived here in the middle. We make 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. We go here in the middle of these. We make a single crochet. Another 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. And here you begin again over here. You make 2 trebles together. That is 1. That is 2. You slip them together. You continue like we made here. You make like we did here, all around. This is the final result, how the doily came. As you have seen, it was not difficult to make. I hope that you understood what I showed you, what I told you that you have to do, and that you try it. Bye for now.